Hi, welcome to AFTV. We've just drawn 2-2 to Chelsea outside the bridge. I've got Dylan with me. Talk to me, my bro. I know how you feel and how you assess sort of games. Today wasn't great, but a point, still unbeaten.
No, when it's derby day and it's bragging rights at stake, I talk with my heart more than my brain.
Right.
We've come back from 2-0 down because what I was hearing before the game, and this is the beauty of football, I love how narratives switch. Before the game, all we heard was Chelsea are back. Chelsea are, they're turning it around. They've beaten Burnley, who haven't won a single game. They've beaten Fulham, who it was basically a home game for them. The atmosphere in that stadium is nothing. They all forgot. Obviously, to hype up the game and get eyes on the game, they all thought they'd forget about the fact we've just beaten the treble winners. So yeah, Chelsea came into this game. They were back, and all of a sudden, when they were 2-0 up, they were still back. And when it goes 2-2, Arsenal are rubbish. They've only managed to draw against this awful Chelsea team that are 12th. But the Chelsea I know, if they are back, don't come 12th. The Chelsea I know don't sit in 12th place. So yeah, no. Today was pretty embarrassing for Chelsea. I think they've embarrassed themselves, especially with the way they, let us come back so quickly. And yeah, obviously before the game they were giving out these programs. They were giving them out for free. I imagine they didn't expect this to be a memorable occasion for most fans. So they're probably just trying to get rid of them. To be honest, before the game, there were boxes of them. There were so many. They just wanted to get rid of them. The actual performance was it was shocking. The performance was shocking. But listen,
does that worry you as an Arsenal fan, or do you just think it's just a bad day at the office?
No, I think it's just. I think it's another example of Mikel getting it wrong, but it hasn't cost us, so I'm not going to complain too much. Listen, I'm not in the worst mood because of the way it's turned out. But listen, we came back and we drew 2-2, and obviously the performance was shocking, but Mikel's got it wrong. Jorginho can't start in these games. He can't start in these games. We've got Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey is, of the level. Oh, it's Mudryk now. I don't even care about Mudryk. It's Mudryk. It's Mudryk. Run for Mudryk, man. Mudryk came on. Mudryk scored a goal, which he didn't even mean, and then he was giving it the Jude Bellingham. Please, man, no, come on. Mudryk embarrassed himself, man.
I wonder if they're going to ask him, did he mean the goal? I can see Mudryk over there. I wonder if they're asking him, did you mean was it a cross or a shot?
Yeah, I wonder if he meant to sign for Chelsea because that whole January transfer window, he seemed pretty intent on coming and playing in red. So yeah, now let Mudryk have his fun for now. But come May, I know where we'll be and I know where he'll be. But
do you give Arteta credit for those substitutions in the end?
Yeah, I give Arteta credit for the substitutions because listen, Trossard did need to come on, and I think he's identified the fact that Trossard can't start because Trossard from the start it doesn't work. He's like a player on FIFA you bring on with 99 pace. He hasn't got the attributes to start the game and play the most of the game, but he'll bring you something off the bench. He came off the bench, he scored the equaliser, and that was important. But this goalkeeping situation, I don't even want to get onto David Raya because it's not David Raya's fault. I believe again this is an example of Arteta mismanaging things. He's brought him in too quickly, and he's sacked Ramsdale off too abruptly. I think there was a way he could have brought Raya in. He started him in the Champions League and we thought, cool, Ramsdale playing North London derby. Then he started Raya in that. And then he started Raya in the Champions League as well. And then Ramsdale's only getting Carabao Cup. And I feel like it's a bit of a disrespect to Aaron Ramsdale. And Raya was brought in and the main narrative was, he's so great with his feet, it will affect the way we play. I'm sorry, but we brought in Ramsdale because he was so great with his feet. There was never an issue with Ramsdale's feet. Ramsdale's actually better than Raya with his feet. And he's tall enough to not get lobbed by a cross that... Yes, I don't want to get onto Raya, but I do think if it is a case of competition, I think Ramsdale has to come back into this team because he's not doing it. And at least have a bit of mix. At least let Ramsdale play on, because at the end of the day, it's not actually a drop-off. It's not a backup keeper where one's got to get minutes. Yeah. No, they're at the same level. Let Ramsdale play. I'm hearing today something about there's a reason Ramsdale won in the squad.
Yeah, he's got his baby. He's a new baby.
Yeah, of course. But I think at some point he's got to come back into the Premier League lineup. Not because Raya's playing badly, but I think if what Arteta says is true and it is about competition, then Ramsdale is going to need minutes. But in terms of the rest of the team, we defended all right. I think obviously they got a pen, which it wasn't a pen, but I'm not one to blame refs because at the end of the day we were shocking regardless, and we were 1-0 down after that with if Mudryk scores, which obviously was a fluke. But considering how bad we were, Chelsea's goals didn't actually come from great play, which says a lot about them. We were that bad, and their goals came from a lucky penalty that wasn't a pen and a fluke. And then eventually, inevitably, we got back into the game with a quality strike from Rice and an equaliser from Trossard. So ultimately, I'm not too overly disappointed. We've come here in the rain. We've got a point away at the bridge. It's not what we used to do last 3 years. We've slapped these lot about. But you know, Chelsea are back. Chelsea are back.
I like that one.